Hello, hello. I think even in the United States, it's most of the country, it's Friday the 14th. Had a busy week. Many people who know me know I've been trying to get a special visa. It's called an SRRV, Special Resident Retirement Visa. Has a special visa. I get most of the rights and most of the abilities that a citizen has here without the citizenship. I could come and go pretty much as I please. And anyway, I started preparing for that when I was still in the United States, getting this document, that document. Anyway, had it all the documents were turned in when I was in Manila when I first got here. So I moved over here, and then I finally got a notice. It was supposed to take, 4 or 5 weeks. Finally got a notice Tuesday that my passport and my visa were ready. You would have thought anywhere else in the world they would have sent me my visa and my passport. But this is the Philippines. Nothing. There's nothing is ever easy. No, it turns out they wanted one more form. It's called an affirmation of membership. Basically, what it ended up being is there are like 7 or 8 different things. As an example, I told you I can come and go pretty much as I please. Well, one of the 8 is that I got to let them know that I'm getting ready to leave the country or that I'm coming back to the country. A couple of them are just what you would expect. I'll obey the laws of the Philippines. Uh, I'll let them know if there's a change of address or phone number, etc. So basically, what it is it's acknowledging that they're my babysitter. So the PRA, the Philippine Retirement Authority, is kind of they keep an eye on me. They're the agency owned by the government that kind of keeps an eye on me. So I finally I got that on Tuesday, telling me it was ready. Also on Tuesday, telling me I needed the affirmation. So they sent me a download yesterday, and we have what we call LBC, similar to our FedEx. So they wanted me to get this, you know what I'm talking about, a download. They wanted me to take this download, get 3 copies made. I had to sign it with my full name and then print it right under my signature on all 3. I also needed a thumbprint left and a thumbprint right on the document, and then I had to have somebody sign as a witness. Well, I went down to the mall because that's where you'd expect. It's big mall, big nice mall. A lot of you have seen it, and I thought, well, they've got to have a Photoshop in there. Uh, no, what they did have was there was one place, a Philippine Airlines travel agency, had one space there in the mall, and they had an SRRV accredited. I forget the word, but they help, but they charge. One of the reasons I went with the people I went was that the person that I went with actually works for the PRA, so she doesn't charge. I'm sure she gets something out of it. I've talked about that in another video. Yeah, I'm sure she made a little bit, a few bucks on it. But anyway, no Photoshop, but I did have the LBC to send it. So I got online and I found that there was a print shop. It was about, oh, I don't know. They go in kilometers here. Kilometers are less than a mile. So this is probably about 3/4 of a kilometer. So it wasn't very far down the street from the mall. So I walked down there, had the copies made up, did the signatures there. And then they told me, this was nice, the LBC, the place that's going to actually send my documents to my people in Manila, will do the thumbprinting there. And that's exactly what happened. I went back to the mall, went up to the LBC, and while she was getting stuff ready, she handed me an ink pad, just like you see in police. So I put my thumbprints on all three copies. She was my witness. She just scribbled. It was less than a. She didn't even do a signature. She just put her initials basically on all three. So hopefully that'll be enough. I assume it is. I think that's pretty much what they do here instead of signing shit or signing stuff. I think they use their initials more often than not. Anyways, I did get that done. So that should have gotten there today. If not today, then maybe tomorrow, or if they're closed tomorrow. All right. So that's done. Now I'm waiting again. Hopefully it'll only be a week or two, but this time they should send my passport to me and my Visa card. I assume I get a card and maybe one of those copies of the affirmation. Okay, so that's done. But I also have been putting off doing my taxes. So today I went online and I spent 2 or 3 hours. It never takes. It's never as easy as you think it is. It's like they'll do everything in their power to trick you into adding on, this cost or that cost. As it was, they added on one cost they shouldn't have. Then they turned around. Well, I'll tell you exactly what happened. I go through the whole thing. I fill it in. I know I've answered the questions and I know I've answered them right. There was only one time they actually caught me where I forgot to mark a yes or a no on one of the circles. But every other time I had filled it in, so I had to go back, redo it. So it took a long time, running around, wouldn't let me go back because they wanted that mistake. They wanted me to go and ask for help because then they have these sites where, as soon as you hit that, now they charge you extra for the professional help. So I avoided that, thank God, because I realized what they were doing. So finally, I get down to the end and I do it the way I always do it. I have them take it out of the cost. It ended up being, well, it started out, it was going to be 55 and then they charged for state. So it was going to be like 104. So I get down to the very end. I give them permission for this and permission. What they did was they have a third party involved. If I were to look tomorrow, I'd probably find that my account had money taken out of it already. But they put a third party, and what they did was they added a transfer fee to that third party. So it was an extra 39, call it $40. So I'm ticked at them. But anyway, I ended up getting my taxes done. Didn't make out too badly. It was supposed to be like 31.26. The 104 it would have been minus the 39. So it's still going to be like 2,975. So I didn't do too badly. I expected with the Social Security and getting my 401k, but then I haven't got the money yet. So let's see. we'll wait and see. Wait and see what money goes into my account. But anyway, it was a busy week. It's one of those. Thank God that one's over. That's long enough for now. Talk to you another time.